Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a study with me video. So I'm thinking about breaking this video up into two different parts. So I'm going to do part 1 of studying and then part 2 of studying, and then also like a test day that might be combined with part 2, not sure yet. But I thought it would be fun to kind of bring you guys along with my study process for the first 2 weeks. So I am actually in the process of taking my CPA exam. So I have one part coming up June 17th, so I'm gonna be kind of making a study plan as we get into like the nitty-gritty of studying, as it's about 1 month-ish out. So my plan is to do a 4-week study plan, and I'm just going to show you how I study. I do want to preface in this video that I have already been kind of studying for this exam in the past. There's just been issues with trying to get a date scheduled. So now that I officially have my date scheduled, I'm really honing in, making a rigorous study plan while I'm also working my 9-to-5 job. So just kind of showing you guys in this video how I balance that, how I don't get overwhelmed. And then I'm thinking in part 2, I'm gonna do some like tips and tricks that I've learned for studying. But we're gonna make a study plan, and then I'm just gonna walk you through almost like vlog style of me going through my little tracker and studying while also trying to balance my corporate job. So if you guys are interested, then just keep watching. If you have any recommendations for studying for the CPA exam, I'd love to hear them. I'm always looking for advice. So leave any suggestions you have down below, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Test plan that I made. So as you can see, it's for about 4 weeks. So this is yesterday, and I went ahead and took the simulated exam, which is what I used to kind of do this calendar. And I just want to preface and say I have already been studying, so by no means my test, I'm not going through like every specific unit. It's not going to take me 2.5 weeks to study. So just want to put that out there. These are just areas that, based off of my practice test and what I know about myself, are areas that I need to work on. So as you can see, I've kind of color coordinated because I'm a psycho, and the purple is any lectures or units that I specifically want to work on, whether that's going to be watching the lecture, doing the multiple choice, the simulated exams, kind of a combination. And then blue is flashcards, and then the pink is practice tests. So what I want to be doing is, so like today I'm going to work on doing these 2 units. So then tomorrow morning, before I do anything else, I want to take a practice test over these 2 units, and then also probably the rest of A1, that like up to M7, and then I'll do A1, M10. I should have done this backwards, but yeah, so I'll do A1, M10, and then I'll do the flashcards over A1, M10, and then I'm going to do a practice test over all of A1, and then I'm going to figure out kind of where that has me. This day, I'm going to do a practice test over A1, M10, plus everything else, which is kind of similar to this A1 practice test. I didn't mean to put this, so we'll see if I actually do it. And then I'll remediate A1, so any areas that I'm still struggling with, go back and go over those, the flashcards for those, etc. So then here, this also shouldn't be here. I kind of got ahead of myself when I was doing this. So same situation, study A2, M4, A2, M6, do the flashcards over those, and then the next day I'm going to do a practice test over these 2 plus A1, and just kind of repeat the, repeat the situation. So that is kind of the plan, and then also I'll do a practice test over A2 because those are the only 2 units that I want to work on, and then remediate those, go back over any that have any issues, etc. Now, I will say, because there weren't a ton of units I needed to study, I do have a lot of time left over before my test day, and I kind of also purposely did this because this is a very rough outline. Like, what if one day, say, like I remediate one of the units and then realize there's actually a lot I need to study, or one day is really busy with like personal stuff and I don't get to study. I have all of these days as like extra, and I apologize for this squeaky chair. Yeah, it's really annoying. I need to put something on that. But anyways, like I was saying, I want to be able to have flexibility to kind of push stuff, so it's not like the end of the world if I miss a day and then I'm trying to cram it in at the end. So I have that, and then I also put another simulated exam at the end, so I want to take a big comprehensive simulated exam after I've completed all of my studying to kind of see where I'm at, if there's any units that I still really am not quite getting, and then I have obviously time to go back and work on those. So this is my cutie little study plan I made. I found that this is something that's quite boring, and well, I don't know if boring is the right word, but it's just sometimes hard to kind of push through it. So I found that making it colorful kind of is more enticing. So let's get to it. I'm also going to go ahead and mark off yesterday's stuff, which is, you know, partly the fun thing about it. Now I know what I specifically need to focus on. Okay, so it's a lot later and I just wanted to come in and check in. So I did my 2 lectures. You saw me do those on my, or like a time lapse of me doing those, and I did those on my lunch break. I only had 2 and they were like, I don't know, like less than 20 minutes each for the lecture, and then the multiple choice was like another 10. So I went ahead and got those knocked out on my lunch break, and I get off work at 5, so it's about 5:30 now, and I'm just gonna prep dinner. But anyways, I went ahead and did my flashcards. There weren't very many. I think there's like 7. So there's 7 from this unit that I needed to go through, so that didn't take me long at all. So that's all the studying I'm gonna do today, but tomorrow's plan is gonna be a practice test over the lectures I did today, and then I have the last unit for A1 to do. And then I'll do those flashcards for that last unit, which I think, if you see me looking over there, I have all my flashcards. I think there's like 3. And then I'll actually have Jacob test me on all of them. I find that when I have somebody else quiz me on my flashcards, like it helps me learn it better, because you know, you don't want to like mess up, and it just helps keep you accountable. So that will be the plan. And then I'll do a practice test over all of A1. So that is kind of the plan. I just don't know exactly yet how much of all of this I'm gonna film, so I'm just gonna start for right now and keep going how the week goes. Okay, welcome back. So I'm gonna go ahead and apologize for any noises you hear in the background. I've got like my Roomba, and then the AC is really loud, so there's definitely a lot going on. But it's been probably a day or 2 since I've actually checked in, And surprise, surprise, I'm already a day behind on my little study calendar, which is fine. That's why I like have all of these extra days, which is good. Yesterday I took the practice test for the whole first module, or like big unit, I guess it's unit. And I did pretty well. I think they were like an 80% or something, but there was one extra unit in there that I didn't study for that I missed quite a few questions on. I want to say like 4 or something, like a pretty significant amount. So what I'm going to do now is remediate that unit. And so what that means is I'm going to just pretty much focus in on there. So I'm going to watch the lecture, take notes, do the multiple choice that are associated with it, and then flashcards. And then after that, I'm gonna probably take like a whole other practice test over unit 1, and then that'll be it for today. And then tomorrow I will hopefully start on unit 2. That's what I'm trying to say. So hopefully this is interesting for you guys. I don't really know, but I just thought I would document the process for it. So let's go get into remediation. Okay, so I just got done doing my flashcards, and so I did a practice test over that unit that I remediated, and then I went back and did another practice test over all of unit 1, which I showed you that I got an 80% on both, or above 80%, which was the goal. And then I did the flashcards over that unit that I remediated, and then I added them to my unit 1 flashcards. So just kind of adding them, and then as I go, just keep adding to the stack. So that is my studying for the day. And I know it doesn't seem like much, but I just want to reiterate that I have already been studying for this quite a bit before I started filming this video. And I have found for myself that if I overload myself and trying to do too much studying in one day, I get overwhelmed really easily. So making little goals for myself, and then the next day starting with repetition of the stuff that I learned the day before just helps keep the repetition in my head, and that's just what works for me. So that's it for today, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Okay, I went through and worked on this stack of flashcards right here, which was about like close to 30, and then I still have all of these to go, but these are a lot of memorization, and my brain is honestly just kind of tired of that, and I just need a little bit of break of flashcards, and like that's a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark off kind of what I have done. So here is my study plan. So I just did these flashcards and these flashcards, and then I have this left, and then I did this. So this will transition me to A5, and I think I'm going to go ahead and do these lectures and the associated practice test, just because I do need to also start kind of getting back on track. This lecture I believe is like 30ish, and then this one's like 45, so these will be like my afternoon tasks. It's currently 11:56, so it's almost lunchtime, so I think I might do this first one and then take a lunch break, and we'll see if I go back to these flashcards. I might do a rough look and see like what's worth me actually, you know, spending the time to memorize, because I know that a lot of those are actually it's not a heavily tested area is what I'm trying to say, and I don't want to spend like an hour or two trying to cram those for like one multiple choice or maybe two multiple choice questions, you know. Sorry. So I'm gonna go through those probably on my lunch break and see if any of them are actually worth studying, but that's my plan. So just trying to make my way through to catch up. Hey guys, okay, so it is a couple of days later, so it's currently Tuesday the 30th, and it is about 5:05, so I just logged off of work. So it's been a couple of days since I last caught up with you guys. So yesterday was Memorial Day weekend, so I had a 4-day weekend. I had my brother's graduation on Friday, graduation party Saturday, and then Sunday and Monday I was home. In those 2 days I really just like cranked out my studying, so I did as much of it as I could, and I totally got caught up. So I was like 3 or 4 days behind, so I just doubled up on both days to get back on track. So the only thing that I have left that I didn't do yet is my flashcards, because I only have like, I don't know, like 3 that I need to do. And I'll show you where I'm at, but where I'm at, it just made sense that I would wait off. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys where I'm at. Okay, so today is the 30th, so we're here. So yesterday I did my 1 A4 unit. So this afternoon I'm going to, I'll just go ahead and do those flashcards because there's only like 3 or 4, so it's fine. And then I'm gonna take my practice test for A4. That way tomorrow I can figure out like how many units I need to do and remediate them. And if there's a lot of units that I need to remediate, I might start some of those tonight. I'm not sure, but this is where we're at right now. So I'm going to actually do these flashcards first, and then I'm going to take this A4 unit test, and then I'm also going to take a practice test over all of this that I've done so far. So technically it'd be a pretty big test. It would be units A1 through 3 and then plus A4. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys where I'm at. We're looking good. Definitely this weekend will be a big study weekend as well, which is good. Just looking ahead, but yeah, so let's go ahead and take the practice test. So as you can see, I'm all caught up. So it's actually the morning of the 3rd, and I'm gonna go ahead and stop this video here, but I just wanted to show you guys that I'm all caught up, and I'm gonna start part 2 of this video. It's definitely been a challenge, and if this is not something that's interesting, then I don't need to make another one, but I just kind of wanted to document my study process and kind of what I'm doing. So that is what this is. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video out. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.